Hello everyone, I'm reaching out to share my journey towards sobriety, a journey that's been fraught with struggles and triumphs. My name is James, and I've battled with addiction for the better part of my adult life. At 48 years old, I stand here today, humbled by the hardships I've endured and the lessons I've learned. My descent into addiction began like a whisper, subtle and almost unnoticed. In my early 20s, I found solace in substances, believing they offered an escape from the mundanity of everyday life. Little did I know, those initial moments of euphoria would spiral into a decade-long battle for control. With each passing year, my addiction tightened its grip, morphing from a fleeting indulgence into a relentless craving. Despite the warnings from friends and family, I continued down a path paved with self-destruction, oblivious to the havoc I was wreaking upon myself and those I loved. One of the defining moments in my journey came when I overdosed on a cocktail of drugs, teetering on the brink of oblivion as paramedics fought to revive me. In that moment of clarity, as I lay on the cold hospital bed, I realized the fragility of life and the gravity of my choices. It was a wake-up call, a stark reminder that I was playing a dangerous game with no winners. But even in the face of death, old habits die hard. Despite my brush with mortality, I struggled to break free from the chains of addiction. Each relapse felt like a dagger to the heart, a painful reminder of my own weaknesses and shortcomings. It wasn't until I hit rock bottom for what felt like the 100th time that I finally found the strength to seek help. With the support of friends, family, and dedicated healthcare professionals, I embarked on a journey of self-discovery and healing. Rehabilitation was grueling, both physically and emotionally. I battled through the agonizing withdrawal symptoms and confronted the demons that had plagued me for so long. But amidst the chaos and despair, I found a glimmer of hope, a belief that redemption was possible, if only I dared to reach out and seize it. One of the hardest parts of my recovery was coming to terms with the wreckage I had left in my wake. Relationships strained to the breaking point, trust shattered beyond repair. But through perseverance and genuine remorse, I began to mend the fractured bonds, one heartfelt apology at a time. Today, as I stand before you, I am proud to say that I am 8 weeks sober. The road has been long and arduous, filled with twists and turns, but I have emerged stronger and more resilient than ever before. My relationships have blossomed anew, imbued with a sense of trust and authenticity that was once lost. But perhaps the greatest gift of all is the newfound appreciation for life itself. Each day is a precious gift, a chance to rewrite the narrative and embrace the infinite possibilities that lie ahead. I am no longer defined by my past mistakes, but rather by the courage and conviction with which I face the future. Update 1. Hello everyone, it's James again. I wish I could say I've maintained my sobriety, but the truth is, I've stumbled back into old habits. It started innocently enough, using drugs recreationally to cope with stress and anxiety. But before I knew it, I was once again ensnared in the grips of addiction. As the drugs took hold of me once more, I watched helplessly as my life spiraled out of control. My family, who had stood by me through thick and thin, could no longer bear the weight of my addiction. They walked away, leaving me alone to face the consequences of my actions. With each hit, I descended further into the abyss, losing not only my family, but also my financial stability. The money I had worked so hard to earn was squandered on my insatiable craving for drugs, leaving me destitute and alone. I wish I could say I had a moment of clarity, a wake-up call that propelled me back and sobering up. But the truth is, I don't think I can stay sober. Once an addict, always an addict, right? Update 2. Hey everyone, it's James again. I wanted to share an update on my journey towards sobriety. After hitting rock bottom once again, I knew I needed to make a change. But this time, I approached it with a different mindset. Instead of diving headfirst into detox and rehabilitation programs, I decided to take a more gradual approach. I started by reducing my intake of hardcore drugs like heroin and meth, opting instead for less potent substances like marijuana and prescription painkillers in an attempt to wean myself off them slowly. It hasn't been easy, and there have been setbacks along the way. The cravings still linger, tempting me to revert to old habits. But I'm finding that by tapering off slowly, I'm better able to manage the withdrawal symptoms and cravings that come with quitting cold turkey. The transition hasn't been without its challenges. The allure of the harder drugs still beckons, whispering seductively in my ear. But I'm learning to resist the temptation, one day at a time, one small victory at a time. With the support of friends, family, and a network of fellow addicts who understand the struggle firsthand, I'm slowly but steadily making progress. Each day brings new challenges, but also new opportunities for growth and self-discovery. I've found that by taking this more gradual approach, I'm better able to address the underlying issues that led me to addiction in the first place. I'm attending therapy sessions regularly, both individually and in group settings, and I'm learning healthier coping mechanisms to deal with stress and anxiety. I know I have a long road ahead of me, and the journey towards sobriety will be fraught with obstacles. But I refuse to let my past mistakes define me. I am committed to forging a new path, one guided by resilience, determination, and an unwavering belief in the possibility of redemption. To anyone out there struggling with addiction, know that it's okay to take things one step at a time. Recovery is not a sprint, but a marathon, and every small victory is worth celebrating. Reach out for help, lean on your support system, and never lose sight of the light at the end of the tunnel. Thank you for allowing me to share my journey with you. I may still be a work in progress, but I'm more determined than ever to reclaim my life and embrace the promise of a brighter tomorrow.